all human race recognized as one.
I'm just taking care of my GNFB family and home. That's my responsibility.
And we beat that record. We raised the 140-ton grocery in a one day. My name is Narendra Singh Walia. So I'm a president Guru Nanak Food Bank Board of Chairs.
What was the urgency? What made you start this food bank?
Actually, in a pandemic, when everybody's stuck in a home, nobody can go for the groceries, especially as seniors who they have no actually a transportation, and also the it's a transit was stopped. Then actually people need the grocery. That time we actually started home to home deliveries, and we proudly says we delivered 84,000 packet of grocery door to door in that days. Then actually we saw when we go people's home, we saw most of people's they need the grocery, they have no income, and also the international students who comes here all over the world, they need the help. So then actually we start the food bank to help the peoples with the grocery, with the special needs in the kitchen. So that time July 1st 2020 we start the food bank.
What does the word humility means to you? Because what you're doing here has a lot to do with humanity, and I feel like sometimes we've gotten to a point now where we're forgetting what humanity is. Everybody is in it for themselves, but not this store, not this food bank. So what does the word humanity means to you?
Humanity means actually all the creation of the God, and God is one. If God is one, all the creation of the God, and God inside to everybody. So we see actually God in everyone. Doesn't matter it's a black, doesn't matter brown, doesn't matter a white. Humanity is who needs the help, you have to give him help. Because if you do something for anybody, you are doing for the God, because God inside to everybody. This is the humanity.
Walk me through what it is that you guys have here, what you offer.
Absolutely. Follow up. So what we're doing here is bringing a lot of groceries that have been, some are donated and some are bought up with the donated amount that we get. So there's some tea around here, some regular day-to-day uses that is required for, I would say, essentials. That will be the best word I would put together as. So this is pulses, rice. There's a lot more pulses on your left of it, and you can see some cookies, sugar, a lot of bed sheets, stuff. So we also offer something called welcome packages for international students.
And how does that work?
How it really works is if you are new here and you bring up your study permits, you can bring a copy, and then we will just take care of the rest, and Noor does the filing. You will see her in a little bit. You will be able to, I'll show you what they actually consist. So this is just cooking oil and stuff. So they will get a bed sheet, blanket, and a mattress, and a pillow.
My name is Noor Sandhu. I am basically a student studying in BCIT right now. I'm an architecture student, and also a part of this Guru Nanak Food Bank, part of the GNFB family since last 1.5 years. And basically I'm from India, but yeah, right now living in Canada and doing the things.
In Vancouver.
In Vancouver, actually.
How do you like Vancouver?
Oh, it's amazing. I guess
It's a lot of green.
It's a lot of green. It's a perfect place for me to live. like a person who loves nature and loves being around always in the mountains and sea. It's a great place.
That's very cool. Thank you for sharing that. What is your position here in the store?
Okay, so recently I've been appointed as the manager of all the locations that we have of
And
Guru
how many
Nanak Food
locations
Bank.
do you have?
Right now we have 2 locations. One is in Surrey and other one is in Abbotsford.
You supervise both of those? You oversee them?
I supervise the Surrey store regularly. Abbotsford location, we do have employees over there who are looking after this store regularly. I'm the bridge between the authorities and the employees over there. I just convey their messages and their needs. That's what I do for the other locations.
Why has he made it his mission to help people? Why is that important to him?
ਇਹ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਨਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਬਾਲੀਆ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਮਹਾਨ ਸੇਵਕ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੇਰਨਾ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਿਆ ਜਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਫਲੈਡ ਆਇਆ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਫੂਡ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੈਂਕ ਹੈ ਉਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਪਹਿਲੇ 1 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਚਾਲੂ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ। ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਵਰਲਡ 'ਚੋਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਦਦ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਗਰੀਬ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਦਦ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਕਰਿਆ। ਇਹ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਿਆ। मेरे मन ने कहा भी इदों बड़ी कोई सेवा नहीं। मानस की जात सब एक ही पहचानबो। ਜਿਹੜਾ असली माटो है गुरु नानक साहब जी का किरत करो बंड सको नाम जपो। ये हर बंदे का मुढ़ला असूल होना चाहिए। इस करके मैं इन्हां तो प्रेरित होया। इत्थे बच्चे आउंदे ने नौजवान बीबियां आउंदियां ने मैनूं उन्हां नूं देख के मेरे मन नूं भी कहा भी ये सेवा करते ने तैनूं भी सेवा करनी चाहिए है। वाडी किसी काम नहीं आउणी। इस शरीर ने इदां ही चला जाना। इस करके ਵੱਧ ਤੇ ਵੱਧ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰੋ। ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਦੀ ਨਿਤਾਣਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਨਿਮਾਣਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ ਫਰਜ਼ ਆ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਦਾ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਸੋਸਾਇਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੇਰਾ ਤਨ ਮਨ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਜੁੜ ਗਿਆ। ਜੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਨਾ ਆਵਾਂ ਦਿਨ ਭਰ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਕੂਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦਾ। ਜੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਐਮਰਜੈਂਸੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਪੈ ਜਾ ਮੈਂ ਅਪਸੈਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ। ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਬਗੈਰ ਮੇਰਾ ਦਿਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਜਾਣੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਸੀ ਹੋਈ ਆ। ਇੱਥੇ ਕੰਮ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਹਾਂ। ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ।
That was a lot to say, so I'm gonna try my best.
Okay.
So all he said is like, this for me, I took it very close to my heart because one of our leaders is doing it. One of our gurus, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, there's a teaching that he always went through that serve humanity, right? And that's what he's been very passionate about. We have one of the leaders here. His name is Gyani Narinder Ji, and he is been awesome help to the society. He has been just looking up for everybody around. When the floods happen, this food bank just arose out of like thin air and it just went up very high. We were serving from last 2 years before the food bank before all the flooding situation happened. They were serving as well, but during that time we realized how much it really needed in here, right? And since that time he feels if he doesn't show up here there's a lot missing. Like his life is incomplete if he doesn't show up here. He's very motivated with people who are around him, being humble as he is. He says he's very motivated with the kids who are working here. So we call all of them sevadar, which means helping hands pretty much, and they're just helping the community. There's no monetary things in there. So like himself, me, and a bunch of other people who are here, they're not getting paid for anything. It's completely voluntary service. Even the board of directors that we have, completely voluntary.
At the time you didn't have a front store. So where was the food being stored before you deliver it to the folks that needed it the most?
Yeah, when actually we don't have the store, that time we deliver the grocery from the Gurdwara, from the Sikh temple, and then we decide we want to separate from the Sikh temple because some people they don't want to take a grocery from a Sikh temple, you know. So our logo is all human race recognized as one. So everybody welcome. Anybody can come there is no actually color means no, it's where he comes from, that's no matter. Everybody who needs the help, they can come and they can take a help.
And all of this is free.
Absolutely free, not even $1 to your cost, right? And the other thing that you will see is like a lot of Indian communities use flour, which is made, you use it to make roti, you use it to make a lot of bread stuff. If you walk up here, you will see we have pretty much a lot of canned food as well for anything you want. The mattresses we give as well. They are built in a way that, when you come in new country, I slept on the floor as well. So you get to be able to enjoy a little bit of that for the time being, and then obviously progress through the city. It gives you a little cushion.
And where do you guys get the mattresses from?
We have a store in Surrey that does this custom-built mattresses for us. So we can help the students, in which these mattresses are good enough. You don't need a frame bed. If you have it, amazing. If you don't have it, you can put it on either carpet or a wooden flooring. You're fine.
And you buy the mattresses from this store, or they donate it as well?
So most of these things are coming up as donations. People donate money, and then that money we utilize to buy everything you see around here. Right, so you can also see some spices, as you asked me before, what is it around spices, and sauce, everything you can think of in essentials. A lot of baby food, single mothers stuff that we utilize as well, that to give away, hygiene stuff. So you name it, we have it. If it's essential to your life, we'll have it for you.
How do you go about finding people to join this organization if they wanted to help?
Yeah, actually we have our website, GNFB. It's our first name of every sentence, Guru Nanak Food Bank, and our short is GNFB. We have a website. People can register for a volunteer, for a help. Who want to donate, they can donate there. Who want to help, they can actually register there. The newcomers, students, when they come, they can register there and they can come a welcome package. We have actually a welcome package. There is a mattress, there is a pillow, there is a blanket, there is a bed sheets, everything. So they can register online, they can take a help from here, they can register for a volunteer, they can register for a donation. Otherwise, actually, our community, we encourage the community, all the community donate here in a food bank, and then we can help the peoples. The last 1st of July 2022, we raised I think 119 ton grocery for one day, and we beat that record. We raised the 140 ton grocery in a one day. So community help us, all the community with us. Actually, that's why actually we help the peoples.
What do you think it is? Because you are not the first food bank, not in this area, not any other city in Canada here. Why do you think that this particular food bank have had so much success?
We have no boundaries. So every food bank, they have a boundary. There is in a Surrey, they have a boundaries, this street to this street, they can come. And also, the main thing is, there is just canned food in all the food banks. And in our food bank, we have a Western food, we have a Indian food, we have a Asian food. So we have all kind of food in this bank. So also actually there is no religion matter. Doesn't matter is a Sikh, is a Hindu, is a Muslim, and a Isais. Anybody can come. Our slogan is the main thing. You can see on the sign of the food bank, all human race recognized as one. So it is no discrimination. There is no question actually. There is no, we don't collect actually the personal information. So that's why actually this food bank is very successful, because also actually we have not a lots of expense, because we only have 2 or 3 employees here who can give the grocery, who can work day to day. All other actually board of directors and other management is just volunteers, nobody on pay. And also volunteers give the donation. Also the board of directors, they gives the donation. Here is the food bank ban actually. So all the volunteers, we have 7 board of directors. Each director donates $7,000 for the van. So that's $49,000 we spent for the van. It's cash, So all the board of directors is volunteers. They donate from their pockets, and also then community donate. So we have only the 3 workers who the paid work day to day. So here is a no board of director here. Directors don't know who comes, who goes, who taking the help. So everybody's personal interest and personal information is fully actually is private. So nobody can see them, who comes, who goes. We have all the records and files, but nobody knows who come, who goes.
If I wanted to, how does the process work in order to get to come in here and collect things? So that's my first question actually. How does the process work, if you could just explain that very quickly? I come in, I want some food, what do I do?
Yeah, when you come first time, you have to show your ID, and the students who comes, international students, they don't show any kind of the income. They just show the passport when they enter in Canada, and show the student ID, and right away they can take a grocery. If you can come in a food bank, you need a help. First time they don't ask anything. When you come, you show the ID and are registered. They open the file, and right away they can give the grocery. Right away they can give the help. After that they ask for an income, where you work, and how much is your income. So then they question what first time when you come, file is open and you can take a grocery right away.
I know that as a management you must have a lot of responsibility. Is that true?
If we go into the technicalities, yes, but otherwise I would say that it's not much, because this place is like a second home for me. I'm just taking care of my GNFB family and home. That's my responsibility, and I don't count it as a task or a burden for myself. Yeah.
Currently you're not in school because it's summertime, is that correct?
Yes.
So are you doing this full time right now?
Yes, right now I'm doing this full time. Initially I started as a part-time worker over here, but because I don't know, I just love spending time over here. I love investing my time and myself into this organization. That whenever I get free time, whenever I'm free, I just like to be here and do the things by my own.
Well, I tell you something. The people that come here, the community, do appreciate what you put into it. It's clearly showing. The place looks spotless. It looks very neat, very clean. So thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you.
How many hours a week would you say you put into this place?
So it's not certain, but the operational hours for the time that I work over here is 5 hours on weekdays and 7 on weekends. But it depends upon the workload that I have or how much work is pending. So it sometimes goes up to 8-9 hours a day, or like just 5 hours or 6 hours, 7, depending upon the work.
This is a very special place for me. I want to know, what exactly is it about this food bank that makes it special for him?
ਕੋਈ ਖਾਸ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆ ਫੂਡ ਬੈਂਕ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਸਮਝਿਆ? ਬਾਕੀ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਧਰ ਉੱਧਰ ਹਨਾ, ਤੇ ਆਹੀ ਫੂਡ ਬੈਂਕ ਕਿਉਂ?
ਮੈਂ ਹੋਰ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ। ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਮਨੁੱਖੀ ਅਧਿਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਹਾਂ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ ਸੀ, ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਬਾਰਡਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਧੱਕਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੁਰਮ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੀ ਨਿਖੇਧੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਆਲ ਵਰਲਡ 'ਚ। ਮੈਂ ਉਸ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਦਾ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਹਿਊਮਨ ਰਾਈਟ ਦਾ ਮੈਂਬਰ, ਮੈਂ ਪੂਰਾ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਹਾਂ ਉਸ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਦਾ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਵਰਲਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨਾਲ, ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਗਰੀਬ ਨਾਲ ਧੱਕਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਫਰਜ਼ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਬੁਲੰਦ ਕਰਨਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਹੱਕ 'ਚ ਖੜ੍ਹੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਔਰ ਉਹਦੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਨਾ।
So he has been helping even in other organizations as well. This is not the only organization. His motto of life is to help anyone who's in need. This food bank is a source that he feels comfortable that he's doing it with. But other than that, he has been doing it back in India as well. And he is still heavily connected with them too. But right now he's spending most of his time here because there's means and sources that he can utilize and help the community.
What exactly is his position here at this food bank?
I can actually answer that for you. It's
Sure.
just his position is, as I said, is a sevadar, like all of us here, right? That's what we are all doing here. So no titles. That's one of the biggest thing here, right? Except we have one young lady who is actually taking over charge of this whole food bank as a manager. Recently she took over position, but everybody else is just a sevadar, which means a helping hand.
What I was on the website. What does the word Thera means to him?
Thera means yours.
To him.
To him. Okay. So ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ ਤੇ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇਰਾ। ਤੇਰਾ ਕੀ ਆ?
ਤੇਰਾ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਭ ਤੇਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਤੇਰਾ ਹੀ ਤੋਲਦੇ ਜੇ ਤਕੜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਤੇਰਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਦੇਣਾ ਕੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਣਾ। ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਮੋਦੀ ਖਾਨੇ 'ਚ, ਸੁਲਤਾਨਪੁਰ ਲੋਧੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਚੁਗਲੀ ਕਰੀ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਤਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਮਾਲ ਨੂੰ ਲਟਾਈ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਜਦੋਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਚੈਕਿੰਗ ਕਰਿਆ, ਸਟੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰਿਆ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਸਭ ਤੇਰਾ ਹੀ ਨਿਕਲਿਆ, ਘਟਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਧਿਆ ਹੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੱਧਦਾ ਹੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਘਟਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ।
So what he's saying is Guru Nanak Dev Ji, that's the one Lord I mentioned about, right? Mm-hmm. He's Guru in Punjabi culture, and his teachings means everything is yours. Thera means all yours. Nothing belongs to me. It's for the needed. And when you are in a community service, there's barely a chance that if you're doing it by heart, that service will actually be in losses or be going in a downwards way, because universe have its own way of fulfilling that bank. Like for example, this food bank. Every time we need it or anything, things happen, and then suddenly somebody shows up and then donate money, and then this water fills back in the tank again. and that's how it's been programmed in the universe pretty much. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji, that's who mentioned is the most. That's what his beliefs are on that.
Thank you. I have a few more questions, and then this will be it. The question I have now is, has he always wanted to serve people? When he was 5 or maybe 10 or 18, at what point did he decide he wanted to serve people in his life, and why?
ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਸੋਝੀ ਆਈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਰਵ ਕਰਨਾ, ਕੁਝ ਵਾਪਸ ਦੇਣਾ ਆ? ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੀ ਕਦੋਂ, ਤੁਸੀਂ 3 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਸੀ, 5 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ, 40 ਦੇ, 35 ਦੇ?
ਜਦ ਮੈਂ 6th ਜਮਾਤ ਸਕੂਲ 'ਚ ਪੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਸੀ, 12-13 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਉਮਰ ਸੀ, ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬਾਲ ਸਭਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਸੈਕਟਰੀ ਰਿਹਾ, ਔਰ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਕੁਕਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੰਗਰਾਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ। ਸ੍ਰੀ ਭੈਣੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪੈਂਦਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾਮਧਾਰੀ ਦਾ ਹੈੱਡਕੁਆਟਰ ਹੈ। ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਚੱਕੀ ਤੇ ਆਟਾ ਪੀਂਦਾ, ਦਿਨੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ, ਮੇਲਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸੀ ਉੱਥੇ, ਅਤੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਦੇ ਲੰਗਰ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ। ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਟੂਰਨਾਮੈਂਟ ਕਮੇਟੀ 'ਚ ਅਤੇ ਆਲ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਬੈਂਕ ਭਲਾਈ ਯੂਨੀਅਨ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ। ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੇਵਾ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ, ਅਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਿਨਾਰਟੀ ਘੱਟ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦਾ। ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਲਈ ਮੈਂ ਘੱਟ ਗਿਣਤੀਆਂ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਅਰਾ ਮਾਰਦਾ, ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਪਏ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਮੈਂ ਨਾਲ ਖੜਦਾ, ਭਾਈਵਾਲ ਬਣ ਕੇ, ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਕ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਔਰ ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਕ ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਚੰਦ ਲੋਕ ਹੀ ਲੁੱਟ ਕੇ ਸਾਰੀ ਪੂੰਜੀ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀ ਖਾ ਜਾਣ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਫਰਜ਼ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਦੀ ਭਲਾਈ ਲਈ, ਨਤਾਣੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਲਈ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਦੱਬ ਕੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰੀਏ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਕਰੀਏ, ਔਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਈਏ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ 13 ਕੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ, ਔਰ ਉਹਦੇ ਕੀ ਕਰਤੱਵ ਨੇ, ਕੀ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਹੈ, ਕੀ ਕੰਮ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੋਂ ਬੜਾ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਹਾਂ। ਇਹ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕਪੁਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੈਂਕ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ, ਇਹਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਬ੍ਰਾਂਚ ਐਰਪੋਰਟ ਸਿਟੀ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਦਾਨ ਦਿੰਦਾ, ਚਾਹੇ $1 ਦਿੰਦਾ, ਚਾਹੇ 50 ਸੈਂਟ ਦਿੰਦਾ, ਚਾਹੇ ਇੱਕ ਪੈਕਟ ਦਿੰਦਾ, ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ। ਇਕੱਲਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ, ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਦਾ ਔਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਧਰਮਾਂ ਦਾ ਔਰ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਲੋਕ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਰੀ ਟਾਊਨ 'ਚ ਵੱਸਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਂ ਬਖਸ਼ੇ, ਔਰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਦਾਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਾਨ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਰਹੀਏ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹੀਏ, ਔਰ ਇਸ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ 13 ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਝੰਡਾ ਬੁਲੰਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹੀਏ। ਇਹਦੀਆਂ ਹੋਰ ਬ੍ਰਾਂਚਾਂ ਖੁੱਲ੍ਹੀ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਮੇਂ 'ਚ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰੇ, ਸਾਡਾ ਇਹੀ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ।
So there's a lot again he said. I'll try to remember and translate what I can. So he says that when he was in 6th grade, that's the time he started doing certain things while he's with his in the school. He became a member of a society. I don't recall the name of the society that he mentioned, but then in that there was a flour mill that he was serving in just voluntarily and helping people out. All he wanted is to serve people since then, and then it's very close cause to his heart. Been a community worker, and now his mission is what Guru Nanak Dev Ji taught, that everything is for everyone and needed, right? He also mentions that there's another branch in Abbotsford as well as this, and he also thanks everyone who even contributed $1 or like 5,000 or anything. It doesn't matter at all. Those small donations builds this what it is, and it let him and other people help the community around.
And how many people would you say come through here for the services that you all provide here?
So currently we have 3,000 active grocery files, and on an average I would say we attend almost 30 to 40 people in a day that come over here and take the groceries.
Wow. That's amazing. And you keep track of all of this?
Yes, we do. So It's like a very smooth criteria that we follow. We have a handful of volunteers that actively participate over here, come regularly and help us do all the things. So we have a really good team that keeps a track of this all. We have every client coming over here for the groceries. We open a separate file for them. We need some sort of proofs for them depending upon their status in Canada. Looking upon their situation and the number of dependents they have, we open the file and just give them groceries. And we just keep the record and a track of everything in the computer and as well as manually.
Thank you for sharing that. From the sign of it, I mean, you've taken on such a huge responsibility so early in life, which is a great thing because you're getting your foot right through the door. And that's also another amazing thing. My question to you is, what is it that you're in school right now for architect, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What inspired you to want to join this organization?
So there are a number of reasons for this, I would say. The very first one is that the teachings of our God. Since our childhood, we are always taught to serve the humanity as much as possible, to be kind to everyone we meet and just spread happiness. That's what we are taught. That just be
and
selfless.
This would be in a Hindu religion?
It's Sikh religion.
Sikh religion.
Yeah, and our gurus, our preachers, they've always taught us that whatever the situation may be, just spread positivity all around you, spread happiness, and just serve the humanity selflessly. So that's the very first reason I was over here. Also because this is such a great place. When people come over here, they just feel so blessed, and they're actually so relieved. We can see on their faces when they get the grocery, the smile they have, that now they do not have to worry about anything to feed their families and everything. And the way they show their love and appreciate it, it's such a nice gesture that makes you feel more motivated to do more.
Right.
And also I would say it is a very nice family that we build over here. All the donors and all the recipients that come over here, it's such a nice bond we share with each other, that we do not get to know that eventually we've just evolved as a family by helping each other. So that's what makes me be here every day.
Well, thank you. What is your, two more questions, then we're done.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about the store?
Again, I would say my favorite thing about the store is the family that we've made. All the volunteers coming over here, everyone just showing their love. You've interviewed one of our volunteers, Sevadar Kesar Singh, over here. Many people like him, kind people like him, come every day, join us over here. And we as a team, as a family, just try our best to serve the humanity, serve the community, and just follow the teachings of our God. Also, the happiness that we see on everyone's face when they just take groceries and go back to their homes from here.
Wow, thank you. I mean, managing anything can pose a lot of challenge and responsibility. Mm-hmm. What do you think is like the biggest struggle when it comes to managing this food bank? And where do you think that people can start helping immediately?
So the biggest struggle, I would say, sometimes it's a big challenge when we get a lot of donations and we don't get that much of manpower to settle it down into the store. Sometimes we have to do it all alone. So if anyone wants to volunteer, they can just be a part of our team and help us with all the shelving and managing the groceries over here. Apart from that, everyone's helping hand is welcomed over here. Like, it's their part, however they want to help us, it would be a great thing. But if we say in the mean of tasks that we think is a hardest part, is the managing the groceries over here and keeping the store entirely organized.
That is fantastic. And how can they find you?
So they can find us on our website, gnfb.ca. Anyone who wants to volunteer or be a part of our team can just go to the website and fill out the volunteer form. Once we get the request, we'll note down the details and try our best to get back to them as soon as possible. And we'll just contact them whenever we need their help.
So you cater to international students, single mothers, or families,
Everyone.
and everybody,
Literally everyone.
including
All
the
human
homeless, anyone, all human race. What draws you? How did you get involved with this organization?
So Good Nanak Food Bank, I really got involved when the flooding happened. That's when I actively got involved. Before that, I did a little bit here and there, but not really. But at that time, there was a huge need in the community, and I saw Good Nanak Food Bank stepping up and even flying to different places to give away food, especially marriage side. There was a lot happening in mission side. So we were the first one who started actually cooking meals and then started giving up meals there. And they just was a beautiful energy that I was so attracted towards. There's a gentleman who is a director named Neeraj Walia. I got introduced to him, and that was a great coincidence that happened. And since then, I'm here.
Thank you for sharing that bit. And what would you say has been like your biggest takeaway since you've been involved with this food bank?
Helping people gives you a pleasure that money will never do. And it's just a satisfaction and being part of a community. I've been there for a while, as you know, back in Windsor as well. I used to do that. I've been here and there doing it. I used to actually work for international education for the government at a certain point of time, which made me realize how hard it is for students. And that cause was very close to my heart. When I came myself, I have suffered it. Used to work on those cash jobs to just sustain myself, and it used to be a year before I could really get a work permit, and there's no cash flow. A lot of students are like that will need help. I was fortunate enough that there was some family support, but at the same time there's some people who will not really take that, and they want to be just stand on their own feet. We are here for those. We are here for anybody who needs help.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Is there anything else you would like to add?
The only thing I would like to add is, it doesn't matter what you donate. It could be $1, it could be a $50 bill, or it could be anything. It's possible. If it's not for you to use, donate it. You know, we live in a life where we need abundance of everything, but abundance is not about having everything. Abundance is about your mindset, your happiness. Try donating sometime, and you will really realize what abundance really means. Right? And minimalism is something that we are missing in our lives. Donate something. Spend your time. You don't have to donate money. Spend your time for community service, and that will take you a long way in happiness of journey.
Why does he think that this establishment, this food bank, has been so successful? Because it hasn't been around for very long. It's only been around since 2020. And why does he believe that the people have come to embrace it? I've only been here for a little bit. I've seen people walk in here and donating cash and then walking back out. Then I've seen some people come in here. Like, why has it been so successful, he think?
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ 2 ਸਾਲ ਹੀ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਫੂਡ ਬੈਂਕ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਨੂੰ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਪਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਕਿਉਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਫੂਡ ਬੈਂਕ ਇੰਨਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਕਸੈਸਫੁਲ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਆਨ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਇਹ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈਲਪ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ
ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਜੋ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਾ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਅਸਲੀ ਇਹੀ ਧਰਮ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਦੀ ਨਿਮਾਣਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਨਿਤਾਣਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰੋ ਔਰ ਸਭ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਧਰਮ ਦਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਕੋਈ ਸਾਡੇ 'ਚ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਭੇਦਭਾਵ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਾ ਘਰ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਆਵੇ ਮਨ ਮੰਗਣੀਆਂ ਮੁਰਾਦਾਂ ਪਾਵੇ ਜੋ ਆਵੇ ਰਾਸ਼ਨ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਵੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੰਟਰੀ 'ਚੋਂ ਆਵੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਬੰਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਦਰਾਇਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਇਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੋਈ ਧਰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਨੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਧਾਰੀ ਹੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਰੀਦਦਾਰ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਸਿੱਖਦਾ ਆਏ ਬੱਚੇ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖਦੇ ਆ ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੇਰਨਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ એનર્ਜੀ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ। ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਹੋਰ ਬ੍ਰਾਂਚਾਂ ਖੁੱਲ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਵਰਲਡ ਲੈਵਲ 'ਤੇ ਔਰ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਲੈਵਲ 'ਤੇ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਂ ਬਖਸ਼ੇ ਅਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਾ ਦਰ ਹੋਰ ਚਾਹੇ ਚੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਹੀ ਜਾਵੇ, 13 ਤੋਲਦੇ ਜਾਈਏ ਔਰ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵੀ ਸਮਾਜ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਜਾਈਏ ਔਰ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰੀਏ। ਔਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਅਫਰੀਕਾ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਜਾਣ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣ ਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਰ ਹਾਂ। ਕੋਈ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਪਹੁੰਚਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਹੋਰ ਲਾਈਫ ਬਖਸ਼ਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਸਕਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਲੋਕ ਗਰੀਬ ਨੇ। ਮੈਂ ਹੈਤੀ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਹੋਰ ਕੰਟਰੀਆਂ ਜਾਣ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਤਿਆਰ ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਵੇ।
So he mentioned that it's just not about it, it's just everybody else who's around. This organization has been an incredible source of inspiration for him as well. He is learning every day from kids around, volunteers around us, as well as all the sevadar that I mentioned who is contributing, people who are around who are donating. And in his life, his mission is to serve. He would love to go to Nigeria sometimes if he can, to serve community there if it's needed. In his knowledge, he had family there, and he would love to contribute a piece of his work. If God graced him with more age, he will be very happy to go there as well if there's any organization that can help him. And eventually he believes that they'll be able to go enough and grow enough that this organization alone can spread out in the world.
He's 80 plus years old. I want to know his secret to staying healthy and being so strong, because he's a very, very strong man. When he stands up absolutely straight. He doesn't bend. He doesn't complain. He moves faster than I do. And I'm nowhere near where he's at. So I want to know, what is his secret? Tell us, what's the secret?
ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਵਾਨੀ ਦਾ ਰਾਜ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਸ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਖੜਦੇ ਹੋ, ਮੂਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਸਾਡੇ ਵਰਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮੂਹਰੇ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੁੱਬੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸਾਡਾ ਪੋਸ਼ਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਕੀ ਹੋ?
ਮੇਰੀ ਜਵਾਨੀ ਦਾ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਕਰਿਆ, ਮੇਰਾ ਰਾਜ ਇਹੀ ਹੈ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਸਾਜਰੇ ਉੱਠੋ। ਮੈਂ ਕਰੀਬ 4 o'clock ਉੱਠ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਲੇਟ ਜੇ ਸੌਂ ਵੀ ਜਾਵਾਂ। ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨਾ ਸਟੱਡੀ ਕਰਦੇ 12 ਵੱਜ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਰਾਤ ਦੇ, ਪਰ ਉਹ ਮੇਰੇ 'ਤੇ ਭਾਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਹੈਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਰਾਤ 12 ਵਜੇ ਸੁੱਤਾ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਐਟੋਮੈਟਿਕਲੀ ਉਹ 4 ਵਜੇ ਜਾਗ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਮਾਰਨਿੰਗ 4 o'clock। ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਬੈਡ ਟੀ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ, ਬੈਡ ਟੀ ਕੇ ਬੁਰਸ਼ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਘੰਟਾ ਮੈਂ ਪ੍ਰੇਅਰ ਕਰਦਾ, ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਲੈਂਦਾ। ਔਰ ਕੋਈ ਮੈਂ ਖਾਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ, 4 ਕੁੱਕੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਇਆ ਸਿਰਫ। ਦੁਪਹਿਰੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਭੋਜਨ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਨਹੀਂ। ਕੋਈ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਕਮੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਹਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਬੰਦੇ ਖਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਕੋਈ ਮੰਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਪਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਂਦੀ। ਸਿਰਫ ਮੈਂ ਜਦ ਬੰਦੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਏ, ਕੋਈ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਆਏ, ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਆਏ, ਬੱਚੇ ਆਏ, ਮੈਂ ਨਾ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਮਨ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਹਲਵਾਈ ਦੀ ਦੁਕਾਨ 'ਤੇ ਨਾਨਾ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਭੋਜਨ ਬਣਦੇ ਨੇ ਨਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਮੈਲ ਨਾਲ ਰਚ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਾ ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਪਈਆਂ ਨੇ, ਮੇਰਾ ਮਨ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਭੁੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦੀ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹ ਮਾਲਕ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ, ਬਾਬਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇਰੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਹੈ, ਤੂੰ ਹੀ ਦੇ ਰਿਹਾ, ਤੂੰ ਹੀ ਤੋਲਦਾ, ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਮੈਂ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ। ਮੇਰਾ ਇਹੀ ਰਾਜ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਖੁਸ਼ ਰਹੋ, ਸੈਰ ਕਰੋ, ਕੰਮ ਕਰੋ, ਭਲਾ ਕਰੋ, ਭਲਾਈ ਦੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰੋ, ਔਰ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੇਰੋ, ਵਧੀਆ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਬਣ, ਵਧੀਆ ਸਾਇੰਸਦਾਨ ਬਣ, ਵਧੀਆ ਜਰਨੈਲ ਬਣ, ਵਧੀਆ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਬਣ, ਔਰ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਿਟੀਜ਼ਨ ਬਣ। ਮੇਰਾ ਮਕਸਦ ਇਹੀ ਹੈ। ਔਰ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੇਰਨਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਵੀ ਜਦ ਕਦੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰੋ, ਹੱਥ ਵਟਾਓ, ਗਰੀਬਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰੋ, ਮਜ਼ਲੂਮਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰੋ, ਮਰੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰੋ। ਇਹ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਦਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਬੜਾ ਧਰਮ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਵਾਰ-ਵਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੀ, ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜਨਮ ਮਿਲਿਆ, ਮਾਨਸ ਦੇਹੀ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਣੀ। ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ, ਤੇਰੇ ਭਾਣੇ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ। ਸਭ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਭਲਾ ਮੰਗੋ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਬੁਰਾ ਨਾ ਸੋਚੋ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ। ਸਭ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੀ ਨੇ, ਕੋਈ ਪਰਾਇਆ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਭ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੇ। ਸੱਜੇ ਵੀ, ਖੱਬੇ ਵੀ, ਅਫਰੀਕਾ 'ਚ ਵੀ, ਅਮਰੀਕਾ 'ਚ ਵੀ, ਮਲੇਸ਼ੀਆ 'ਚ ਵੀ, ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ, ਸਭ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੀ ਨੇ, ਕੋਈ ਦੂਸਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ। ਸਭ ਚੰਗੇ ਨੇ, ਹਮ ਬੁਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੋਈ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਭ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੀ ਨੇ।
So a lot of beliefs here. So he says for his health, he eats good, walks well. Just coming here, he says there's so many fragrances around here
that sometimes he doesn't even feel hungry enough because there's so much going on and there's so much fragrances around here. He wakes up, does his brush, he wakes up every day 4 a.m. Doesn't matter what time he sleeps. Sometimes he finishes up later or anything, but he doesn't go break his schedule. Automatically he wakes up at
Every
4
day
a.m.
he's up at
Every
4
day he wakes up at 4 a.m.
No matter what happens.
No matter what happens.
Rain, snowstorm. It's up at 4 a.m.
That's what he mentions. Doesn't matter. Wakes up every day 4 a.m. and then he prays, meditates, and then he goes from there. Rest his next thing is on the schedule to come here. Another thing he mentions is Guru's word, Tere Pane Sarvat Da Pala. That means if you are, I'm trying to recollect the exact words because this is
Yeah.
rough. It means everybody, I hope everyone have a great prosperous time and our community gets to get the best of it, right? It's no one owns anything. It's for everyone. You could be the only one who's bad, but everybody else who you see, they are always gonna be better than you. If you have that mindset, you can't go wrong.
Wow, that's amazing. Tell him thank you so much for sitting down with me here today and conducting this little interview. Ask him if there's anything else that I may have left out. I know he has a extreme life, history, and he's lived for a very long time, and he can pass on so many lessons to the generation. But I just want to know if there is a burning lessons inside of him that he would like to depart with, pretty much.
So he says ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਦਿੱਤਾ
ਮੈਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਡੀ ਦੂਰੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਚੱਲ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਹੋ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਭੈਣ ਭਰਾ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਚਰਨ ਪਾਏ ਇਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆ ਕੇ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਕਰਿਆ और खुश रहो आबाद रहो हंसते रहो और बसते भी रहो.
He's saying first of all thank you for taking your time coming up all the way from Alberta, Calgary, and putting your time in educating the society, and I hope you have a prosperous life ahead of you and you get to be blessed with a lot of success.
Thank you. Tell him likewise.
Yeah, he
ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਵੀ
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਖੁਸ਼ ਰਹੋ ਆਬਾਦ ਰਹੋ ਬਸਦੇ ਰਹੋ ਮੇਰੀ ਇਸੀ ਦੁਆ ਰਹੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਕੰਮ ਕਰੋ ਔਰ ਭਲਾਈ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰੋ ਖੁਸ਼ ਰਹੋ ਆਬਾਦ ਰਹੋ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਤੰਦਰੁਸਤ ਰਹੋ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਂ 'ਚ ਰਹੋ.
He's like work hard, keep on spending time for the community that you do. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Do you have any final words?
No, thanks to everybody who helped here, and thank you very much. You come here and I know about the food bank, and I think you spread this message to so many people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.